Ding 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 ding.
Fubble Time.
Hi, I am Teresa Tomey.
And I am Patrick Ziegler.
And we are
Fubble Entertainment.
And this is
Fubble Time.
That's my drum roll.
Is that what that was? I thought that was an animal or something.
No. It's so weird because I usually start and go, I'm so excited about our guests this week.
Well, we can be excited about each other.
I'm so excited to have Patrick on the show this week.
And I'm so excited to have Teresa on the show this week.
Oh, that's so nice. I didn't even have to prompt you to say that. We have been, we started this theme month was it last month? Yeah, we did theater month.
No, we did it a couple months.
We did TV month in October, theater month in November, and this month is holidays. And since we have a couple of holiday projects and we are celebrating something important, we thought we would take over our own show.
Yeah.
Take it over. So first things first, I think, what's our official? I don't know what our official incorporation date is. It's like December 9th or something like that. But we are celebrating 10 years as Fubble Entertainment. So cheers.
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 We both have the same highball.
Yours is a lot fuller than mine.
I have a lot more ice. I do a lot of ice in mine.
I don't know.
I do a lot more whiskey, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Mary.
I think you have more whiskey. Yeah, because I
kept it in your drawer in the office like Lou Grant did.
Oh, yes. We miss our office. So we've been definitely going down the memory trail. I don't know what that means, but we've been
memory lane,
memory trail. I think 10 years ago when we started this business, I would have remembered what memory lane was.
No, you wouldn't have. No, not at all.
I think so. So anyway, please, if you have a question, a comment, join us. But today we're going to talk a little bit about Fubble, just very briefly. And then we're going to talk about our holiday stuff.
Yay.
Thank you.
So he's like almost been at every Fubble Time.
I know. I think it's so sweet. We so appreciate your joining us.
And I know
family.
Norm is here. So Norm.
Hi, Norm.
Say hi to everybody, Norm, if you can do it.
Fred Stella is here too.
And so is Mark Lord, who are two influential people that we are still doing Fubble.
Yeah, they certainly helped make this happen along the way.
Yeah.
Well, Fubble got started when I was working at the Children's Museum. I'll do the Reader's Digest condensed version of this. When I was at the Children's Museum, I was executive director, and Patrick was doing the media thing and was going to go to New York to pitch some shows and to meet with an agent, potential agent, and asked if I wanted to join him. And I said yes, because why not? Nothing to lose. I thought this will be fun. And we went, and in the meeting, after the meeting, you were like, you had told me beforehand that you get nervous in meetings.
Yeah.
And so we did the meeting and everything went great. In fact, the assistant to the agent was like, oh my gosh, you guys were so much fun. That's like the best meeting I've had in forever. I mean, he was like, it's so refreshing to see positive people. It was really great. It was a really great, and we did end up getting that man as an agent for some time.
Yeah. Which is one of the biggest agencies in the world in entertainment.
Yeah. It's because he thought I was sexy in a Fargo kind of way. I really
love that he said that. Not inappropriate at all, too.
No, right? He said it to Patrick.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about that compliment. Anyway, when we got done with the meeting, we were at, what restaurant were we at? It was that little glass one, kind of
a little French bistro kind of thing.
Yeah. And I was like, Patrick, I don't know why you get so nervous. when you're in me, you were great. I don't know why you're nervous. And he said, it's because I'm afraid I'm going to fubble. And then I laughed because we're friends. And I'm like, maybe that's what you just did? What do you mean? And
so I have what? I have dyslexia.
yes.
And I have what you call, or we call, the George Bush-ism, where I mix my words around.
Malaprops. You do malaprops.
Yeah.
Is that a malaprop? I think it's a malaprop. So he says things like fubble when he means to say flub or stumble, or says electronical. But he mixes his words up. So in that moment, we laughed so heartily, and then decided that if we were ever going to have a company, that we would name it Fubble.
Yeah, because one of the things that we said about it is you're gonna fubble in life, and so just fubble through, right? And it's been fun going into meetings, and even last night on my new little obsession, the TikTok, that people like the name and they want to know where it came from and what is it about, and it breaks the ice, especially in meetings, right? Because here we are in a meeting with the studio executive, and they're like, "Tell us about Fubble," and we get to tell the story, and it just kind of breaks the ice. So that's who we are, and that's what we kind of believe about the last 10 years. We've been fubbling along.
We have been fubbling along.
We truly have.
It was fun to see everything that we've done, you know.
Oh my gosh.
When you're in the midst of, you know, the slog of the day to day, and oh, look, there's another, you know, we had somebody say yes to a movie of ours 2 years ago. We're going to produce it. Went through the financials with us, everything, and crickets. So, I mean, as I wrote in my post, we've had our highs and our not so highs, but we have laughed and enjoyed and appreciated the countless hands that have come together to help make Fubble happen for us.
Well, and you know, it's that saying, it's not the journey, it's not the destination, it's the journey. Mm-hmm. And the destination is fun at times, and we've had good moments along the way, but the journey has just been amazing. And it has been ups and downs, and so many no's and so many yeses, and getting so close on so many different things, and also being able to produce wonderful things as well. You know, being able to work with the people that we have, not only on stage, behind the scenes, and the people that have helped us along the way. We could not be here if it, not only support in our business, but also emotional support.
I know. I was thinking about Melinda. We used to have a red couch in our office, and she'd come over to my office, and we both were in our startup businesses having our red couch moments, getting our emotional needs fixed.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, our video, which we should have ran that. I didn't think of that, but the video that we did about our business, you know, it is everything I've ever dreamt of doing and wanting to do, and to be able to do it with you, and you know how it came about that we first did and worked on a wonderful children's TV show that we were able to start from nothing, from an idea from Joel Skoontanis, who came to you and said, "Hey, I want to do this." And the Children's Museum said yes. And it just was one of the best experiences of my life. And, you know, I had been living in LA and Chicago and New York. There's Dad. You fubble
good.
Hi, Dad. Talk about a support. I'm so blessed for my father. And my gosh, were we blessed to have your father as well. So, it's just been an amazing ride, and I just look forward to what's ahead. And we've got some great things going on right now. So let's talk a little bit about.
Before we do that, I do want to raise our glass one more time. Just another little thank you. And there's no way possible that we could thank seriously the people who have donated to Kickstarter campaigns that we've done, who helped us launch one of our first major projects, who've you know, held a boom mic when we needed them to, or who drove a truck. And, you know, there's just so many people, but we did want to thank, especially because Fubble would not be here today without Michael and Cheryl Dupre, Grandpa Bob, Fred and Mark, Georgia and Jeff Geetson, Fred Cebulski, Judy Tomey, and certainly Tom Norton and WKTV that have helped us create so many projects along the way. Tons of in-kind support.
Yeah.
Todd Lewis today, who's really helping out. And we do this all in memory of Chuck Peterson. So
yay, Chuck.
Countless hands. Please know that we know you have been with us and we appreciate it. Cheers.
Did you say Fred Cebulski?
I did.
Yeah, good.
I mean, there are hundreds of people who have touched a Fubble project in some way or another.
Oh my gosh. Maria shared a fun memory. And about remember when you both fed me Christmas cookies with an overdose of cream tartar and laughed at me when I tried to act like they were delicious because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Oh, yay, Michael Dupre's here.
Oh,
Yay, Michael.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you to you and Cheryl. And Cheryl's been a part of our projects, which is wonderful.
Michael! So many projects.
On screen and on stage. And Jeannie's toasting with us. So how fun. One of our first times we had our office was so much fun because we had our little holiday party, and we got to play Bucket Bonanza because we have Bucket Bonanza from Bozo from WZZM that is now in my dad's basement until we get our new office. So.
All right, Michael, love it. Cheers. Thank you, Michael. We wouldn't be here without you. So we're celebrating 10 years today.
Totally.
And still we persevere.
I know. So a lot of people have asked about our holiday projects. And since this is, so real quick, and we posted it on our page, but we did backstage drama, which was a project that used community theater people and was about community theater. And we did that on a shoestring budget of literally like people volunteering like crazy for that. So that was really our first big thing that we did. And then we quickly got to produce Laugh Fest and did their signature event and did the creative production behind that. And the first year we got to work with Betty White, which was amazing. And for everybody out there, she is better than you can imagine in real life, right? So I won't go through everything, but we've had wonderful things. And we did the reading of the sitcom, I've Got a Life in Kalamazoo, which is based on our lives, mainly your family and our friendship. So just grateful for those projects. So, but we do love the holidays. And so our first incarnation, if you will, Fred Stella, love you, Fubble. And he put an eye in.
Thank you.
Thanks, Fred, for the eye.
Eyeballs.
Fred Stella, seriously, you are a gem and we're so grateful for you. We're gonna have a love fest tonight. But our first thing was we love nostalgia. Our name of our tagline is contemporary media with a nostalgic appeal. And so we came up with this idea to do this little tribute to downtown or to Grand Rapids. Downtown Grand Rapids. And we did Holiday Memories of Grand Rapids. And it was just a little video we did on YouTube where we interviewed people about what Grand Rapids was like back in the day. And Chuck Peterson and his wonderful wife did the graphics for us. And it just went gangbusters. We got 20,000 views within nothing, right?
Nothing. And then
we went viral.
We went viral. We did. We were viral before it was a thing. Well, that was not before it was a thing, but that was 10 years ago. That was
2012.
That was 8 years ago.
Because it was the first Christmas that your father had passed and my mother had passed, and we were both a little depressed. And so we wanted to bring a little joy in. And so we did that. And from there, it just kind of got a lot of interest. And if you haven't liked our Holiday Memories Facebook page, I'll post that in here. But why don't you tell them, Teresa, then how the idea came, because you said it, of the first year of what to do. I mean, well, I think we both came up with the idea of going to Wood TV with it, but then you came up
with TV with it, and then we're
you
both.
came up with the concept.
Which is so unusual because usually Patrick has the first idea of something, and then I download it, and that's how we kind of work together. But you're right. This was one where I was like, I have an idea. And it was to do, we like old fashioned Christmas shows, the old Bing Crosby specials and those kinds of things. So we were like, why don't we do that? So we ended up doing that. And Cheryl was part of that with us. We had people dancing. Greg O'Connor from LA helped provide music. We got to write an original song with him that Kathy Gibson sang. I think Edie was part of it.
Edie and Mary Rademacher and Lindsay Williams.
BK Harris. I mean, so many people we had so many kids. So we ended up doing that. And that went really well. It aired on Wood TV, but people really wanted, as much as they loved it, and we loved the production piece of it, they just wanted to consume more and more photos, memories. So so the next year, I think it was probably the next year, we looked to create holiday memories of Grand Rapids and do just a sit down of us in a studio. And we ended up adding, I think, Tilly the talking Christmas tree. Maybe she came later. Every year we kind of.
I think that's when she came. Was that next year? We've added something a little new almost every year.
Yeah. So it is currently available on YouTube, but we thought we would show a little bit of it tonight, just if anybody's passing by on Facebook and wants to see what was one of our favorite joint holiday memories. And so Patrick is going to post it eventually. Yep,
I'm posting the YouTube page where they can watch it, but we'll play.
Oh, heavens, there was so much. Oh, because it's going on every single page.
Yeah. We'll play a little clip because this is something that everybody was always so intrigued with, which is the Herpal Shimers train. And so anybody from Grand Rapids knows about the Herpal Shimers train of a certain age, right? But it hung from the ceiling in the basement of Herpal Shimers, and we rode in it, and it felt like, well,
I was going to say, don't need to preamble.
So anyways, that's what this clip is about. So I'll play that.
Surely hope you're having as much fun as we are having on this journey into our collective past.
I know, you're all sitting there thinking, why haven't they talked about the Herpal Shimers train yet?
Why haven't they talked about Rudolph?
Aren't those great memories? I mean, I remember riding that train and thinking you were so high in the air, when actually we were just a bit above all the shoppers' heads down below.
I know. I mean, it's funny how sometimes our memories get jumbled up. I mean, everybody seems to have a slightly different take on Rudolph, for example. I mean, some folks thought that the present he gave you shot out of his side. And some folks thought that, well, they did, that it came out of his bottom, when in reality, it just came from a chute out of the wall.
Well, we're going to show you something now that might spark some memories for you. This is it, the actual Herpal Shimers train, and it's been refurbished by Dave Winnick. And when he did so, he found old Wurzburg and Herpal Shimers pins and buttons and candy wrappers left by kids through the years.
And now it is in the Grand Rapids Public Museum. Can you believe it? We actually used to ride around in this little thing. Oh my gosh, this brings back such great memories.
It sure does. Now let's hear from other people and their memories.
Every Christmas, my Aunt Midge, who remained single all her life, she would take me and my sister down to Herpelsheimer's. We would go down to the basement, which is where the train was. You know, it would ride around the track, and it was such a magical fantasy to ride that train. I think Aunt Midge might have squeezed herself into the train as well one year.
One of my favorite stories about the train was when my parents decided that I needed to chaperone my little brothers and sisters on the train. And at the ripe old age of about 8, I thought I was much, much too old to ride the train. But I did. Took one for the team, was a good sport. All brothers and sisters had big beaming smiles and a very happy
I do remember Rudolph, and it was
Okay.
a highlight for me to.
You don't want to give away the whole thing, right?
No, get it.
About his head. And
Here, Jane Boland. Get her. I can
So
hear
then they go on to talk about Rudolph, right?
Yeah.
And we have so one of the new things that we did that last time we aired it on Wood TV, we had the woman that played Rudolph. And
one
so
of the women who played, yeah.
Yeah.
The many people who played Rudolph, yeah. Yeah, we had great stories. Well, I don't think we put the story in, though, of the woman who got caught smoking inside Tilly. Didn't somebody smoke inside Tilly, the talking Christmas tree?
yes.
That just freaked me out. It scared me so much.
And we have some fun pictures of Tilly. So for anybody from Grand Rapids that's out there watching right now, who remembers, Jeannie says that looks so much fun.
Oh,
It was. So you can watch it even if you aren't from Grand Rapids. And we've now put it on YouTube so people out of state can see it because it aired locally for 5 years, which is pretty cool.
And we got great ratings. We beat out other shows on it. We did good on that one. I was proud
I
of
think we beat out Maury Povich.
Did we beat out Maury Povich?
I don't know.
Judge
but-
Judy?
But it for anybody that likes nostalgia and like what downtown used to look like, it has a feeling of a Christmas story a little bit when they go downtown, and all the windows and the lights and everything. So you can watch it on our YouTube page, which I put a link in there for.
And I think too, it's been a while since I've watched it, that we filmed some of that. One of the things that we did along the way too, with the help of the community, is we raised some money with your support to put decorations up in downtown Grand Rapids. So when you go downtown, there are vintage decorations. They still put them up. They did last year. I hope they put them up again. That's because of Fubble and you. I mean, the people who helped us raise dollars to make that happen. We had, I think the first 2 years, did we have the candle up twice or just once?
Just once, I think.
Just once, and then it got donated to Habitat for Humanity. But candle.
Too much money to install it again.
Oh, yeah, so much. But boy, what a memory. We did that. We recreated. Oh, great. Thank you, Michael. So we had great success putting some vintage decorations up. The first year, I think they were all on Jefferson.
Right.
People loved them. And then now they kind of land at Memorial
Monument
Park,
Square.
right
Which
by the museum.
I like it better there. We kind of did an energy towards that street, Jefferson, and the old public museum, because that was kind of our vision for the Santa hat, which we'll talk about. But I like that they're right there, smack dab downtown, and it's right across from where Herpal Shimers used to be, which is fun. And we used to be able to look out our office window at them and go, "We did that with the community."
It was fun. And that office, like Patrick said, we're not in right now. How about one of the smartest business decisions we made, which was to close up office 3 months before COVID-19.
Yeah.
We just weren't spending enough time together in the office because Patrick's down in Florida and I'm in LA and Michigan and he's Florida and Michigan and we all kind of bop all over the place. Anyway, Patrick got inspired by an idea outside of Herpal Shimers, the old Herpal Shimers one day, and shared the idea with me, and we kind of volleyed back and forth on it and came up with this concept. And we have been persevering to make this project happen for many years. And like a dog with a bone, we are not letting it go because we've gotten enough good feedback on the script and enough yeses, let's try to figure this out, that we are still trying to figure it out. So, Patrick, you want to talk about your seed of an idea there and how that kind of came to be?
Yeah, I mean, and we'll talk more about the actual project, but how it came to be was I was sitting at the stop sign, and which is now the police station, which used to be Herpal Shimers, where that train was. And I thought, there's got to be a movie. There's got to be some idea for this. And how do we incorporate it? And I came up with an idea, and it just kind of downloaded. And then I threw it over to Teresa, and it downloaded even more. And we started writing this. And we'll play the trailer for it because the trailer really tells, without me saying what it is. Or should I say it and then play the trailer?
I don't know. Play the trailer. Let's see how good of a trailer it is.
Well, two things about the trailer. One thing is that it was done with graphics. It's actually a live action piece, but since we hadn't filmed anything yet, we did it with graphics and
storyboards. Yeah.
And we have the wonderful Ed Asner doing the voiceover for us. Come on. I mean, that's just like unbelievable. So here, I'll play that and then we can talk a little bit about the concept on it. So I need to switch over. So hold on. We got to do a little moving around here. And then go there and there. And
looks like you're.
What's that? Okay, I'm there. Great. And here we go.
Bill Dolson Jr. is on the brink of losing everything. Broken, angry, and blaming the father that abandoned him in his youth for his problems. He didn't realize his life was about to change dramatically. Not because of his circumstances, but because of something that happened on his way to file bankruptcy. Hey, you. Hey, you there.
What? Sorry, buddy. You looking for some money? You're welcome to my last dime.
I don't want your money. I want you to have this.
A bag? No. But thanks.
But you have to take this. It's meant to be yours. Bill was amused and a little perplexed. Why was this old man so insistent? He accepted the tattered shopping bag that day and the old worn gift inside.
What?
Bill, you're late. You know we open at 8 a.m. during the holidays. Hurry, get in your costume.
Bill didn't realize, but that day he was given a magical gift that would take him back in time, where he could choose a future with enough money to save his possessions, or forgiveness to save himself and his family.
Dad?
The Santa hat. Because sometimes you have to look back in order to move forward. This redemptive holiday movie will delight more than just audiences. It will engage a community, a production that showcases Grand Rapids, its people and its landmarks, a premiere worthy of national attention. and a timeless piece of entertainment that seeks to strengthen family bonds.
Boy, it's been a long time since I've watched that.
Really, I watch it every week.
What you do, calling it in, visioning it in.
So yeah, so that is the idea, and hopefully people got it. But basically, it is a story of forgiveness, and it is a story about a man that just blamed everything. Oh, Nancy Cohn. Do you know Nancy Cohn?
I do not. Nancy Berman.
Hi, Nancy. She wrote "Love It." Are you? I'm wondering if you're from Grand Rapids, or one of the people that is on Holiday Memories or the Santa Hat page. Good. We love it too. And so it is about a man that has blamed everything that has gone wrong in his life on his father. And it's really a rough time, and he has to claim bankruptcy. And when he goes through that door with that Santa hat and the bag, it transforms to 1967, which the bankruptcy court used to be Herpalbergs, which we're calling, which is a combination of Herpalsheimers and Wurzburgs. And he literally walks in his own father's shoes, becomes his father, to learn how much his father sacrificed, and a story of forgiveness. So we're excited. We've been excited, and we've gotten great feedback on it. We've gotten, I would just put it out there, Hallmark looked at it, and Hallmark really liked it, but they want more female driven. So
And it's not a female driven love story, light and fluffy.
No.
Hallmark. I mean, they have a formula, and they're amazing at it. I read Jeanette right when I said that, Jeannie. I can't wait to watch it. I have goosebumps. Oh my God, I've had so many goosebumps over this project. And yes, they liked it, but that's what actually, after they read that, they went, oh, you guys can write. So they asked us for some more stuff, and eventually we got them. Well, anyway, and so
we're hopefully working with them someday.
But
go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what I was going to say. Go for it.
Just that we have been encouraged and have met some people along the way that have liked it. We're working with a producer that has produced for Hallmark, who has produced, and we interviewed him, Joey Flager, who has worked with Lifetime and many different places. We're working on getting it to a few different places, a few different people. Doors are opening more for us, it feels like. We got some really great feedback from kind of an iconic character, which is Peter Billingsley, who played Ralphie in A Christmas Story, read it and really liked it. So we were very grateful for that. So we feel good. We feel good about it, that 2021 is our year. And so I know.
No other option.
Yeah, and it keep the vision, and we're open to the way it happens, but we would love to do it in Grand Rapids and then have a community event. Our big picture was originally to do it at the old public museum and make that into Herpalbergs, and then open that to the community for Christmas, kind of like they've done now with the Christmas Story house. But we have some ideas for other places that it could be filmed in Grand Rapids, and then open it up. So do you want to talk a little? What's that?
Do I want to talk about what?
What we're going to be doing with it.
Sure, but it's going to cost money, because that's what production does. So we're just trying to figure it out. We've also got actually an idea of something to do with our Holiday Memories special, that maybe taking an animation twist on a piece of it.
Yeah.
So making that continue to live on. So we've got some, we still have irons in the fire. We always have irons in the fire. So one of the things that we're going to do, hopefully yet this holiday season, and if my husband's still watching, hey honey, guess what we're doing? This came up 2 days ago.
Mark knows, and Mark loves the idea.
We're going to do basically a Zoom reading of the script of the Santa Hat. And we're going to invite some people that have already attached themselves to the project, maybe some new people to the project, and then, or, just get people to come in and help us read. And then we're going to put it out into the world, and hopefully do it as a fundraiser for some area organizations and for some national organizations. So we're just putting the details around that, but that will happen yet this holiday season.
Yeah.
Is a reading of the Santa Hat. And it can be a trilogy.
It can.
To be made on this freaking movie.
Where does the Santa Hat go next is kind of the idea is so for Santa Hat 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. So we're putting it out there, and kind of like what we did with our sitcom, I've Got a Life in Kalamazoo. We did a stage reading of that in Chicago at the Museum of Broadcast Television, and we got the amazing Ed Asner to play Teresa's dad. And Fred, thanks for cluing me in. You know now. Marion Ross, who did Fubble Time, played your mom. And then we got the wonderful Greg Jabara, who did Fubble Time, and the wonderful Vicki Lewis, who did Fubble Time as well, to do that reading. And that really opened up some great doors for us. And we know that the doors will open by doing this, and that it will manifest into the movie actually happening. So, so we're thrilled. We're excited. We love that people are interested in it and like the concept. It is really, it's been referred to by the people that have read it. I love this, and I will take this. It's a Wonderful Life meets Miracle on 34th Street with a bit of Back to the Future. So we'll take that, right? Oh, did I tell you my speaking tour? Nice, Fred. Teresa's funny husband. So that's it. That's our Fubble Time.
Wear a mask. That's all I ask. Just wear a mask.
Your husband? Yeah. That's Fubble. I mean, I am extremely grateful for what we've been able to accomplish.
We did that project with Bob Goodrich. I was thinking about that today. We did a project with Bob Goodrich. We've done so much with Laugh Fest. So grateful for what Laugh Fest has done for us.
I mean, seriously, we got to work with the wonderful Betty White, Alan Zweibel, who has become a friend, Martin Short, who's one of the nicest people on the planet, who's gotten tickets for his show for backstage for friends, Jonathan Mangum, Wayne Brady, Kevin Nealon,
Madigan,
all those wonderful Sinbad.
Yeah.
It's been such a great experience. And we also got to work with Saugatuck Center for the Arts.
Say that. I was looking for a picture of that today. We did.
Oh, really?
With Saugatuck, which was amazing. And we did it with Actors Theater, too.
We did.
It was a co-production with Fubble, I think.
And one of our big projects that is taking a long time to do because it's a lot of work is our Grand Rapids Theater documentary. And yeah.
And it's still going. Our goal was to get it out. We had the wall of death. We had a wall in our office with all of our timelines on it. Welcome to the pandemic, COVID. So we had really hoped to make stellar progress on that, but it requires funding and attention and focus.
But we're editing every week.
And we added the pandemic to it because theaters are operating differently. So we've had to adjust as we go and weave and bob and do what we can to keep Fubble going. And we're at 10 years this month.
Yeah. So that's us. That's Fubble. And stay tuned for the streaming table read, if you will, of the Santa Hat. And we'll start doing some promotion on that when we have that locked in and solid. We have some fun guests for the rest of the month.
This is our holiday month. So
next week, we have the wonderful Mindy Sterling, who is, well, for one thing, one of the funniest improvers there is. And she was my teacher at the Groundlings. But then she went on to do a small movie called Austin Powers. And she played the Fraulein in Austin Powers. But she's in the Grinch. And so in our theme of holiday, we'll be talking about the Grinch. And she's doing that Stan's play. Yes, there really is a...
no, it's called Yes, Virginia.
Yes, Virginia. Oh, is it not the Christmas one?
No, it's called South Virginia, and it's a holiday fundraiser, but it's about I think it's loosely based on his mom, if memory serves.
Is it? Oh, okay. And so we have Mindy next Wednesday, and then the following week we have two dear friends, actually, my friends Tom Watson and Rick Carl, and we're going to be talking all about the I Love Lucy Christmas episode. And when it originally aired in the 50s and then didn't air for, I think, another 40 years, they'll tell us all about it. But they also were instrumental in the colorization of it and it airing on CBS every year. So we have them, and then we'll reveal who's going to be next after that. So,
Michael, we cannot thank you enough for just being just a foundation for us and rock solid through the years and just a good human being. So we appreciate all your kindness and generosity and just humanness throughout this whole process. It's been great to be on this journey with you and Cheryl, for sure. And fun to be with you tonight.
So everybody, thank you for tuning in. I've seen people popping in and popping out, and it's just been great having you here to celebrate with us and just continue to go on our journey with us. And we really appreciate your support. We appreciate you tuning into Fubble Time. It's been another Fubble project that we decided to do. And it's fun.
Amazing. We've had, by the end of the year, we'll have 30 different guests, I think, or almost 35 guests, because we had all those couples. Yeah.
Well, we landed on 25 when we had Marion.
Right, but then we've had couples.
Oh, yeah.
We had all those couples.
And Julie Jabara.
Oh, Julie, thank you. Oh, I'm so tardy. Love you guys. Oh, we love you too, Julie. We're so grateful for you and for Greg
and Anne.
Our journey. They're definitely a part of our journey, the Jabaras. Thank you, Anne.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And Anne is an amazing artist that will be looking at. Oh, Rox is here too. Yay. Rox did a fun thing last night that I bought some jewelry, and somebody in the screen might be getting a little jewelry. Yeah, she does this. Her and her daughter do almost like this QVC thing, which was amazing. And you could buy jewelry, and they were donating half of the profits to a summer camp.
Oh, nice.
And Greg says hugs.
I'm going to hug back to Greg Jabara. We might be calling you.
Yeah, we will be. No might about it. So thank you, everybody. What a joy. Seriously. And we are just ready to finish out 2020 in a great way, in a positive way, and bring in 2021 with even more positivity.
Rebirth and joy and prosperity for everyone.
And good health and love. So, as we always say,
we got to get out of here.
Gotta go.